Today, I'm going to be going over how I journal my trades and how it has literally improved my trading so much, and I've easily made hundreds of thousands of dollars just because I actually journal stuff. So I'm going to go over why it's so important and how I do it and how to do it. So first, let's just get the easy part out of the way. How do I set this up? So all I do is I just use Google Sheets. It's really easy. You can throw memes and stuff on there. It makes it more fun, and it's perfectly fine. And to add things up, it's very, very easy. So obviously I have the date right here, and I just put the date in, and I started this in October 2024. It's currently about the end of February. So yeah, pretty good so far. So I just have the date down here, boom. And then I go over the stock, the direction that I took, long or short. Was it a win or a loss in my P&L for the day? I have started to do like little notes besides them, just so I can remember like what's going on. I do have weekly back testing every single weekend. So I do go over it more in depth, but I do not think it would be a bad thing to have notes right next to it and kind of just say what you did good, what you did bad, what happened overall, all that stuff. I think that would be something beneficial, and that's something that I've started to kind of do a little bit on the spreadsheet, and obviously more in depth on the weekends. So I do that. And then I just have my wins in green, my losses in red, and then no trades in gray, and break even in orange. And I just have the overall just to see how you're doing. I have the win rate, obviously, and then I have the total percentage wise, because percent is a universal thing you can all compare. Because yes, I did make around $400,000 in the past 5 months ish, but what percent is that actually? There you go, 150%. So yeah, that's what I have. I like to do month P&Ls just so I can see how I'm doing, weekly P&Ls as well. And yeah, so that I can try and just compare each of them, set a goal for myself. My goal currently is $100,000 per month. We are slightly off track for that this month, but you know, keep putting that work in, keep getting closer. And yeah, I like to do monthly P&Ls, sometimes weekly P&Ls. Wow. And yeah, these are the weeks where journaling really changes everything. So yeah, so that's what I have. Really quick, really easy. Stock direction, win or loss, P&L, total win rate, total percentage, and then the dates, and then I color coordinate everything. So now I'm gonna go over why this is so beneficial and why this literally changed my life and made me hundreds of thousands of dollars to this day. So let's start us off, and it's always fun to see the progression, because you can see, boom, my first trade of October, I made $3,000, and then I lost $2,000. And then I was making 2,000-ish per trade. Had a big win here, made 5,000, 1,000, and then a couple $100. So it's really nice to see the progression. And then what do we see? We see this week. And this week was something that was a problem that I knew was going to come up. And this was basically that there was not really any good setups, and the market kind of wasn't favoring my strategy very much. We could see like the end of this week into next week, the trades just weren't good at all, and they weren't setting up well, and it was just brutal. So what do we see? I had this really bad week, and I'm not saying have one bad week and then switch everything, but I noticed that this week was a bad week without me really making a lot of mistakes, and that the market was kind of changing a little bit and favoring a different strategy. So for the next week, I just completely went ballistic and just started trying stuff. As you guys can see, I started taking gold on top of this, and I just kind of tried a little bit of a different strategy here. And this is now the strategy I fully use, which is hilarious. And as you can see, went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wins and 1 loss in that week. And I'm like, oh, wow, maybe this is legit. And then from here, I noticed on this week, yes, I did good, but this is a lot of trades and a lot of risk on the table. Let me maybe chill out a little bit. Boom, what do we see? I start taking less trades, and this is when I really increased my risk right here. I had a massive win on US 30, and then that really gave me the confidence to risk a little bit more coming into this next month. So as we can see, boom, same old. I really toned it down a little bit to like 1 or 2 trades, and all of this, boom. And this is the week that I slightly increased my risk to about $5,000. And then boom, same old. And then as you can see, towards the end of this week, started risking more. yada, yada, more stuff. And then this is a good indication as well. As you guys can see, there's a lot of green up here. And then all of a sudden we start getting a little Christmas pattern for December. And this is just good to recognize some weeks, some months are just not going to be good. And this is good to know for next year. December, not a great month. Not an amazing month for the strategy. So keep that in mind for next December, right? The price action was just not as good, and it is what it is. It happens. And as you can see, one of my worst months that I've had with the amount I was risking, so nothing crazy. But yeah, it was good, and all of that was over there. And then New Year, had a good week, and then this was a big one right here. Boom. So this was the worst week of my life. I lost a lot of money, and we can see I was 25 cents away from take profit, $4 away from break even, stopped NTP, $2 away from break even. I had a horrible week, but I was able to recognize what was actually happening. And I realized that, okay, a different entry model of my strategy is performing better, and maybe I got to be a little bit more aggressive with my take profits and break evens. And what do we see? The next week, boom, made the adjustment, had the best week of my life to date at that point. Made the adjustments here. I journaled everything, noticed what went wrong, made the adjustment, had a great week. And then we did it again. Boom. Another great week. And then from there, we've just been back testing. On these 2 days, I was able to, I don't have it written down, but I was able to notice that an even aggressive entry model was performing better. We made the change, and look, since we made that change, one losing day out of the past 3 weeks. So the best thing about journaling your trades is that you can really see, without any bias, without any false confidence, are you a profitable trader and what is really going on? Are you actually making money? Are you actually winning the majority of your trades? Are you profitable? And what is actually going wrong / right? So that's why this literally changed my life. These bad weeks, this one and this one, I recognized that happened. I went back, found out what I did wrong, and then improved it for the next week. And as you guys can see, look, bad week right here, best week of my life. Bad week right here, another fantastic week, and then another best week of my life. Pretty bad month, best month of my life. So every single time that things aren't going great, the best thing you can do, because you can't change the past, the best thing you can do is jot it down and then use it for the future, so that even if you have a not so great month, you can come back and have a better one. And even this month, I made an adjustment here, and things have been absolutely fantastic since doing it. This week alone, I went 4-1, all live streamed, $31,000. And monthly PnL, we're not on pace for 100,000, but we're close, so I'll take it. And that's really it, boys. It's very, very simple and very, very effective. And everyone asks about this. My PnL is public. It's on my Instagram. It's linked in the bio of every single one of my YouTube videos. You can go on this and just copy everything. And for the functions, it's just a sum function. That's all it is. What you do is, here, I can just delete this. All you do is you go to here, sum, and then you just drag what you want to add up, enter, and then boom, it adds up whatever you just did. And that's it. It's very, very easy, very, very effective. And this is why I highly suggest every single trader to do this, because you'll be able to recognize your mistakes and actually learn from them. And that's what I've been doing. It's a great way to just see how you're doing overall. And yeah, as you guys can see, this is public. There's 2 people just joined looking at it. And yeah, it's very, very effective. And I suggest it for literally every single person. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, boys.